Lady, you're using that laptop wrong. Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the Ark Society mission set on the Isle of SGAIL, or SGAIL. And today we will be taking care of the Boom Goes The Dynamite challenge, which entails killing Zoe Washington with a cannon. This is going to be quite a long one. There is a fair bit of dialogue and running about to be done. But for this mission we will require our lockpick and our silenced pistol. We actually get to use the lockpick this time around, I do believe. We get through a few doors with it. So, right from the start and off the bat, the first thing we are going to do, as always, is head to the main entrance area, up the stairs, along the path, and up onto the keep via the drain pipe here. And we want the keep building on the left, where we will pull out our silenced pistol, hug the wall, open the door, just in time for a guard to stand directly between us and the surveillance system. So we're going to wait him out. He will move away very shortly, and when he does we can take out all the cameras on the map with one bullet, because there are a number of cameras all over this area. For a medieval castle, it's pretty high tech. So once the guard has moved away, we're just going to line up our shots, take out the surveillance system, and make our way back down the drain pipe, remembering to put away our silenced pistol. We don't want to slide down here into a crowd of people with a silenced handgun. So from there we're going to make our way into the entrance, around to the effigy area, and into the chapel area, or more specifically the crypt and the tombs area. We're going to grab that wrench. We're going to need that later on a number of times. So we're going to make our way straight into the crypt, grab the assault rifle off the sarcophagus, drop that on the floor on our way back out into the other room, and we're just going to hug this wall right here and wait for the patrolling guard to spot it, and he will move to take it away past us, at which point we will subdue him from around the corner. Don't worry about his friend in the distance there. I'm starting to think he needs dark glasses. He sees nothing. So once we have the guard subdued around the corner, we're going to take his body, dump him in the crate provided. We're going to take his outfit, and this is the first of many outfit changes. We're going to grab his gun just for good measure, and we're going to make our way up towards the castle itself. And I'm keeping an eye out for the Archean guards who are around here somewhere. They usually are. Ah, there they are. So there you see the two Archean guards, one of which is an enforcer. So we're just going to wait behind this little bar here until they move past us. Come on boyos, haven't got all day. So as they make their way past, we're able to continue on around the edge of the building, or around the outside of the building here, and we're heading for the morgue, which is the base of the Constance Tower. So just past the main building, we have some tall grass here. We're going to duck down into the tall grass so that the guard can't see us. We're going to lockpick our way into the morgue and hug the wall over to the fuse box. We're going to trip this fuse box and turn it back on again. That's going to distract one of the military guards, one of the mercenaries. He's going to come over to investigate, and he will be our next change of disguise, which will get us pretty much up and around in the tower. So once he comes to investigate, we can render him unconscious. We're going to drag his body into the room we were hiding in, and we're going to take his outfit. So from here we're going to go out the other door, the one on our left here, and straight up the stairs, and we're going to go up the inside of the tower one floor, and ahead of us we will find a locked door. So we're going to lockpick our way through that door, and in here we will find a bag of gunpowder. We're going to need that later on to load the cannon. So with that collected, we're going to continue on up the tower till we get to the top. We're going to use instinct up here to see where the guard is. He's moved away, so we can exit the tower door and straight onto the ledge on our right, around the corner and up the drain pipe to the first floor of the Constance apartments. So along the drain pipe, scoot along the ledge here until we get to a gap in the wall, and we're going to make our way in through the bathroom window. And in here we're going to select our wrench. Told you it would come in handy. We're going to open the door to the apartment, and we're going to throw our wrench against the wall near the toilet here. We're just going to wait for that door to close, move to the other side of the door, and one of the Archean guards on guard in the next room will come to investigate. We're just going to close the door behind him, render him unconscious, and we're now just going to drag his body out of view of his friend for when we exit this room, wearing his clothing. I'm just going to get rid of this gun as well, because I think that might just be visible. We need our wrench back as well anyway. So we're going to take the Archean guard's robes. I'm just going to pull him right into the corner, because we will be coming back to utilise this room later on. So with the Archean guard's robes on, we can now exit that room, and on the desk area around by the stairs we will find our cannonball. So that's everything we need to fire the cannon now. We're going to retrace our steps back into the bathroom, put on our mercenary outfit and make our way back along and down and around the outside of the building. But instead of going back down this drain pipe, we're going to continue on past the window, hang down across the ledge, back up the other side, and we're at the front of the Constance apartments, and we can then just cross the glass bridge and into the main castle building. And from here we're going to hang a left through the Hyperborean room and out through the back curtain here, where we will find one Archean member, one of the higher tier blue members. And we're going to just get rid of her because she's in our way. So we're going to knock her out, and we'll hide her body in the chest provided here. And we're going to wait here until the guy we require is in position. So that's the guy moving from left to right there. So once he makes his way over here, we can then trip the laptop. We're going to make our way into the storage room, close the door behind us. Although we're not actually trespassing, we don't have to hide back here. I just feel more comfortable being out of sight. And when the Archean member comes around to check the laptop, we can bust out of our room, render him unconscious. Now this is Mr. Sinclair. He is the guy with the blueprints, and the guy we need those blueprints. So when he drops them, we're going to collect them up, hide his body in the chest, take his outfit, and we are going to approach the Constant. Now this is where it gets dialogue heavy for several minutes, which we will skip.
We can't be seen together.
Always am.
So the interview with the Constant there will lead us back to the Constant's apartments, where we will have another very long conversation, including Sophia Washington. At some point she will turn up. And again, once we've handed over these documents to the Constant, we will skip the rest of the conversation just to save several minutes on the video. And be aware that taking this route will take at least 25 minutes real time.
All right, Mr. Sinclair.
So once we've handed over the documents, we're going to take a seat, and we are going to skip to the end of this.
Won't be going away.
And once Sophia moves away, we're going to exit our chair, and we're going to make our way across the room and out the window. Should have gone on the other side, but we'll make our way around, past the other window, up the drain pipe around the corner, and back up to the bathroom. So up the drain pipe, off to our right, in through the open window, And we've now got to sit through Sophia and the Constant having yet another conversation, which we will once again skip. So Sophia will dismiss the Constant, and once he's back inside the building, we can exit via the window, and we can throw Sophia off of this nice little terraced area. It's a battlement really, but the wall's missing. Have a nice trip, dear.
One target down.
So with her out of the way, we're going to make our way back through the bathroom, and this time we're going to make our way back down to the ground floor using the drain pipes and the ledges. So down the first drain pipe, around the corner, past the window, and down this drain pipe in the centre of the building. And we're back down to terra firma, and we're now going to head to the cannon. And there are a number of people around this area that we're going to have to deal with. Firstly, this guy having a cigarette, and this guy on the phone here. And there is a guard at the far end of that little bridge there, you can see just way off in the distance. So I'm going to select my wrench now, although we won't be using it just yet. And when the guy having the cigarette moves away, we're going to pounce on the guy on the phone, hide his body in the crate provided. And I recommend at this point loading the cannon. I forget to do this and I run straight off. So once the cannon is loaded, we're going to make our way back down into the chapel, and we are going to have to trigger the effigy ceremony. So we're going to duck our way through the window, open the door at the end of the corridor, throw our wrench on the floor and plug ourselves up by the door here. That's going to attract the attention of the guard in the effigy machine room, and when he comes to investigate, we're going to subdue him from around the corner. We're going to render him unconscious, drag his body away from the door, and we're going to take his outfit. So this is like our fourth guard outfit in as many minutes. So once we have his outfit on, we're going to collect up our wrench, collect up everything that the guard has dropped, namely his keys and his gun, which is behind me. Right, there we go. And we're now going to mess with the effigy machinery. We're going to sabotage it. But we just need to wait for this young lady here to finish her phone call and turn and have her back to us. And when she does, we can then safely approach the machinery and bugger it up. So she's going to move away now. We're just going to approach this valve here, and we're going to undo this valve here. That will release the pressure and the hydraulics will no longer work. So with that taken care of, we're going to duck out of the broken window at the end of the room, along to our right, up the drain pipe. Be aware that you can almost be spotted here. As long as you keep moving, you should be fine. And we're going to head back towards the chapel on the first floor here, and we're going to lockpick our way through this door and make our way through the door on our right, hang a left, duck down, and we're going to get in position at the far side of the room just by that coin there. We're going to select our trusty wrench once again, and we're going to let this little conversation here play out until we hear the warehouse worker say break a leg. And it's also at this point I highly recommend dropping a save, because this can go horribly wrong,
It's just entertainment.
as the Master of Ceremonies does turn his head quite a lot and can actually spot when you knock out the guard.
You won't be going on stage. Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No.
So we're just going to wait now for the warehouse worker to say break a leg,
Just give me a moment to
and he will turn around.
Regular.
So there he goes, he's now turned around. So we're going to sneak up behind the guard and try and time this with the Master of Ceremonies head turn. So once he's finished turning his head in that direction, or our direction, we can knock out the guard, knock out the Master of Ceremonies, and knock out the warehouse worker. And we're now going to hide all of the evidence. We need to stash all of the bodies up, because Zoe Washington will come through this room once we summon her to the ceremony. So we're just going to get rid of the guard, get rid of his gun, get rid of the warehouse worker, collect the key that the Master of Ceremonies drops, find a box to put him in. There are a number in this room. And we're going to take his outfit. So now we're ready to start the effigy ceremony, which will get Zoe Washington in position and lined up with our cannon, which we've already loaded, by the way. So we're just going to make our way down the stairs, a nice big grand entrance, approach the money pit and pick up the torch, and we will then begin the ceremony.
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean.
So all we've got to do now is wait for Sophia
Zoe
to arrive.
Washington.
Or Zoe
The
even.
Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
So once the ceremony has started, we can make our way back up the stairs off to our right, or our left now, and make our way back to the cannon, which we've already loaded. And all we have to do now basically is time our shot slightly. We don't have to be accurate in aiming. You don't really aim a cannon that much. So what you can't see now is me not loading the cannon because we've already loaded the cannon earlier. And we're just going to wait for this guy to move away like he is. And we're going to take the gun we collected at the start of the mission. And we're just going to drop it there as a little incentive just in case he decides to come back. And that should slow him down somewhat. So we're going to now shoot Zoe Washington with the cannon. And we're going to run straight to the box we hid the guy on the phone in as quickly
Both
as we
targets
can.
down. Impressive work, Elusive. And now to confront the constant.
So what we're going to do is, while we're in this box here, we're just going to wait for everybody to finish panicking and investigating before we exit. Because if you hang around for more than a couple of seconds up here, you will be identified and in combat and killed pretty quickly if you can't escape. Which is exactly what we're going to do now. And I've decided to go the drain pipe route back down to the ground floor, into the entrance hall, out the main doors, and back down to the harbour area. So there you go, that is the Boom Goes the Dynamite challenge. A bit of a long one, but there you go. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.